Okay, so I lost an AirPod under all this. I'm just gonna take a video now in case it works. But there is an AirPod buried under all this. Got buried during the shoveling. And it still works. In the spring when this melts and we find it, that'd be insane. Just to get a sense of how much snow there is here. It's like 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall. Fell out right about here. Tried to locate it in the night in the snow while it was snowing. No luck. We'll see what happens. Okay, so here we are. I don't know how many months later this is. Doing a little bit of inspecting. And found it. So now the question is gonna be, is it still alive? Let's throw this in a bag of rice to get started, then try to charge it up. Okay, so we're gonna give this a long rice bath actually before we charge it. Okay, so I've had this in a bag of rice for about 3 days. I don't know whether rice actually works. That's an entirely different topic, but I figured it was the best due diligence I could do. Try to absorb any moisture out there instead of just using it right away, potentially working that battery, overworking it while it's still wet. So I hope I've done the best here to empty that out. I think other options, you know, you could stick it on a fan or whatnot. So here is the AirPod. Just want to make sure there's no rice on there. I'm gonna add this ear tip back on. So basically that's just pushing it in. That's pretty easy to do. You can't do it one-handed, so that's on there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place it in the case. Tough one-handed here. Place it in the case. Pull this one out just a little bit. I want them all to connect. So what you could see is the right AirPod is also at 0. The case, I believe, is also at 0 because it wasn't doing anything until I plugged it in. And so I'm just gonna leave these all and I'm gonna check on them periodically. I'm gonna see, now that this is plugged in, I'm gonna see roughly how long it takes to charge compared to this other 0 one. I'm gonna leave it to charge fully overnight so it can fully overcharge all the way to 100%, over 100%, and then I'm gonna test them tomorrow and see how quickly they drain. So, okay, so these have been charging for 40 minutes now. Let's open these. Okay, so it popped up on my phone when I opened that, but here it's like, let's see, optimized battery charging. Let's see what happens if I take them out. 90 and 91, no way. Okay, so it's now the morning. I've been leaving this to charge all night. Everything is fully charged. And I'm gonna put these on and wear them and kind of test over the course of the next few hours what happens. So this was the missing one, left. And I'm gonna use some noise cancellation mode. I'm gonna use. So this is almost an hour later and they're pretty much at the same down. Okay, so we're about 3.5 to 4 hours later. We're at 10%. I've had these on all day so far. So on noise cancellation and on noise amplification, I'm gonna take one of the AirPods out and see them separately here. So they're both about at the same. So I think that's a good news for the one that's been under the snow. Looks like it's doing well. I was also on a Zoom call for over an hour. So that's where they're at. Let's kill them. Okay, so I charged these for like 15-20 minutes, just had a half an hour call. They're both back up at 50, around the same. So it looks like this AirPod is lasting and it's doing okay. We'll keep testing a little more. Okay, so I've really tested these AirPods out. I've tried the battery, the audio, noise cancellation, the mics, spatial audio. Everything seems to be working great with this left AirPod that was under the snow. Can't find anything wrong with it. So I'm super happy, really relieved that We're not stuck with only one AirPod. Relieved that we don't need to buy another replacement AirPod. And overall, great surprise and really great sign for the quality of the AirPod. It was out in the cold, under the snow. Snow melted, refroze, and everything looks good. So very happy to report that, and 2 thumbs up for these AirPods. We do have a bunch of other videos on these AirPods and how to connect them with various devices and how to make the most of them. So check out our playlist if you're interested in more, or check out our channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thanks for joining us, and tech it easy.